Hello students, a very good morning to all of you. So today in this video we are going to discuss about factors affecting friction. Alright, so what are the different factors which frictional force dependent? So there are two important factors which affect friction. Smoothness of surface in contact and how tightly the surface are held together. Alright. Basically how smooth and how rough the surface is that decide how much the friction will be. Okay, if you considering a smooth surface, so that means that surface will have less friction. So if a surface is smooth, the friction will be less, and if the surface is rough, that means the force of friction will be more. Now let's take example. Just try to driving a car on the smooth surface, smooth road and rough surface. Alright. What do you see? You see that more forces is needed to apply to make the car move on a rough surface, because in rough surface you need to apply more force to drive a car, right? Because the friction is more here. So, if the friction is more, that means opposition of motion is more. You know that friction always opposes the motion. Alright. So, here if the frictional force is more, that means more forces is needed to apply to make the car move. So, that's why the movement of the car becomes difficult on the rough surface, because here friction is more. Alright. But if we talk about in smooth surface, car move absolutely perfect in smooth surface, and here you just not apply a lot of force to make your car move. That's because the friction is less here. Alright. So if friction is less, therefore the applied force which is required is also less. Now let's take the another example. Let's suppose you have a box and you try to move the same box first on the smooth surface and then on a rough surface. Now if you try moving a box both these surfaces, in which surface do you find too easier to moving the box? Obviously the smooth surface, right? That's because here friction is less. So you do not need to try a lot of force in order to move the box. So the box move easily on the smooth surface. And in rough surface, you need to apply more force to moving the box. So here you need to apply a greater force. So this means here the friction is more. So greater is friction, so obviously greater is force you will need to apply in order to make the body move, right? So here we see smooth surface have less friction and rough surface have more friction. So we need to apply more force on the rough surface. If the object on the rough surface, we need to apply more force, and if the object on the smooth surface, we need to apply less force, because on the smooth surface the friction is less and on the rough surface the friction is more. Now the next one is how tightly the surfaces are held together, right? So now as I told you, the friction comes in when only two surfaces are contact with each other. Now when I say in contact, there are the chances that the two surfaces, they are just touching each other, right? So let's take an example. Let's suppose this uh, is one surface and this is another surface. All right, maybe this is a table, and this one is some object. So let's consider the same table. You have an object like this again. All right, and again the same table you have, but here a bigger and heavier object. Now all these three cases, just try to look at the surface of contact. Where are they touch with each other? So here you see both are touch with each other, right? So in the first case, you see the two surfaces are contact with each other, but they are not held very tightly, right? You can see the surfaces here, they are not hold very tightly to each other, they are just touching each other at a point. So you can see here they are touching each other at a point here. Okay, this is a point. And here, if you see and compare to this one, first one, the surfaces are more tightly held to each other because they are more in contact with each other. If you comparison this one to this one, so here you see the surfaces are more tightly hold to each other. All right, now you consider the third one. Now here you see, since the boxes is heavier and bigger, and if you try to push a box, you are applying some force. So basically these two surfaces are tightly held together. Now the more tightly surfaces are held together, the more would be the force of friction here. All right, so in this case, I mean this third one case, force of friction would be maximum, and here force of friction would be minimum in first case. So it is not only the roughness and smoothness of the surface which decide how much the frictional force would be, it is also a factor that how tightly the surface would be held together, means how tightly the surface would be contact with each other. Here you see the two surfaces, the surface of the object and the surface of the table, are contact with each other, but they are not hold to each other very tightly, they are just touching to each other. So, and they are touching to each other at a point. So here that means friction force is less. All right, so frictional force is also depend how tightly the surfaces are held together. Or we can say that the weight of the body, if the weight of the body is more, that means friction is more. All right, and the weight of the body is less, that means friction is less. All right, so here you see, in this object the weight of the object is less, so here friction is less. And the second thing is, they both contact with each other at a point. All right, so that means the object is not heavy, uh, so here friction is less. All right, and here the object is heavy, that means the surface of the object and the surface of the this table contact with each other very tightly. All right, so that means here the weight of the object is high, heavy, so that means obviously here friction is more. All right, so friction depend upon the how tightly the surfaces are held together, or we can say that more weight have more friction and less weight have less friction. Okay. So here now the next very important point is friction occurs due to irregularities on the surface in contact. So now what kind of irregularities are we are talking about here? So let's take the same example. Let's suppose you have a box and you try to move the same box first on the smooth surface and then on a rough surface. Now if you try to moving a box both these surfaces, in which surface do you find to move easier? The box, obviously on the smooth surface. That's because here the friction is less, right? So here you do not need apply a lot of force in order to move the box. So now here, if you look at the structure of a smooth surface and rough surface, what do you see? We see that all surfaces have irregularities. All surfaces, even if smooth surfaces, have also irregularities. When I say all surfaces, I mean all surfaces. Now, how exactly a smooth surface and a rough surface look like? And in this smooth surface look like this. You can see irregularities of smooth surface. Alright. And I am going to show you how exactly this smooth surface look like. If you look at very closely, you will see that this smooth surface still have irregularities like this. And when you look at the surface of the box which have contact with the smooth surface, with this smooth surface, so the box have also same irregularities like this. You can see this one is irregularities of smooth surface and irregularities of a boxes here. And these two irregularities can join with each other, and that's how they come in contact with each other. So basically the irregularities of one surface is joined to the irregularities to the other surface, and that is how they come in contact. Now if you look at the rough surface here, so the rough surface you will have more irregularities compared to smooth surface. Here irregularities is less, but here irregularities is more compared to this smooth surface. Okay. And here the box still going to have similar type of irregularities because box is same, right? So in this case what happens if you have more irregularities, because you know that in rough surface have more irregularities compared to a smooth surface. So if you have more irregularities, the chances of interlocking increases. All right. Now more is interlocking, the greater is the friction, because more interlocking, two surfaces are hold together more strongly. So when these two surfaces get interlocked, the friction increases, and if you want to move the object you need to apply more force because here friction is increases. So this means greater the interlocking between the two surfaces, greater would be the friction, and greater as friction means greater is the force. Greater is the force you will need to apply in order to make the body move. Now what happens in the case of smooth surface? The smooth surfaces irregularities are less, right? And in rough surface irregularities are more. So when you have more irregularities, you have more interlocking. So due to this you see that is smooth surface have a lesser friction when compared to a rough surface.